Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we have been repeating this story, and again I will repeat it here because there are things we have to address again and again. You are all aware of what happened at the gate of the National Assembly of Kenya, where members of parliament meet to make budget, to discuss several things, to make laws that govern this country. So Erick Omomdi moved there with a number of other youth to picket about the high cost of living. I know most of you or some of you might not really agree on how Erick Omomdi was doing his thing. You might not trust if Erick Omomdi was serious about it or if he was making a joke. Because some people see a joke in what he was doing. Some people never take him serious when he come out to do some of the things he's doing. So yes, it might look like a joke, but then I want us to look on the things that happened at the same time when Erick Omomdi was doing this, because we all know that Erick Omomdi hired some bodyguards, or let us say bouncers. Those guys were just bouncers that he hired. In my perspective, the way I see these things happening, that's why you could see people trying to suggest that Erick Omomdi took people who are a well-built body. So there's no way you can feel that there is hunger in this country, or they don't represent that real image of people who are hungry. The reason is that Erick Omomdi just hired bouncers, that's the truth, to take him to parliament to go and picket. But then we want to look into the message and the reaction on ground, because that is very important. How Wetangula reacted, and the reaction also from Samuel Ruto. That is the main important thing. Because despite the drama or comedy in what Erick Omomdi was doing, there was a coded message. Because you could see in the bangles, it was well written in capital letters. High cost of living, electricity, price of oil, price of flour, and all those things. So it is very clear. The message was clear that the cost of living is high. And why was it going to the National Assembly? That's the place where they make the budget. But then, this is what Omanga posted on her Facebook page. She took it casually, and this is what she said. It is simply cloud chasing. Some of our content creators are overdoing content creation for the sake of gunship praise. Gunship praise? That is Minister Omanga. They don't believe that people are hungry in this country. They only see the comedian in Erick Omomdi. These are the people who believe, who don't see that people cannot even afford basic commodities. Omanga anaamini ya kwamba hakuna mtu analala njaa hii nchi. Lakini siku ya campaign walikuwa wanajua that people are sleeping hungry. They only see comedy in what Erick Omomdi is doing. They don't see anything serious out of all this. But again, the former CJ William Mutunga had a message for William Ruto. Mass action has begun. Uprising is on the horizon. Great political opportunity for alternative political leadership in Kenya that is devoid of the political viruses of both Azimio and the Kenya Kwanza. So for him, he's seeing the uprising. And you know what uprising means. But then, what was the reaction from Wetangula? In fact, Wetangula reaction tells you the kind of government we have. It tells you the kind of leaders we have in this country. Second, that if you walk to parliament to go and cry that you are hungry, they respond by tear gassing you. Erick Omomdi was subjected to tear gas. The people who are with Erick Omomdi were subjected to tear gas. So that is the message we are getting from the National Assembly Speaker, Moses Masika Wetangula. These people cannot be tear gassed from nowhere. Police officers might have placed a phone call to Moses Masika Wetangula in the National Assembly to tell him that we have youth in this gate here who are demanding to speak to you, before they take action. So Wetangula respond. And then after respond, of course, they will also press another phone call to their boss or commander. Then from there, they will be given a way forward. So, after the phone call to Wetangula, we saw tear gas, arrest, harassment to the youth. And I'm sure also there is possibility that Wetangula told William Ruto people are picketing here. And beside Wetangula, we have the intelligence. They might have placed a phone call to Ruto that sasa vijana wameanza kusumbua huku. Wanasema chakula iko juu, mafuta iko juu, gharama ya maisha iko juu, and they are here picketing. And so what we saw happening is as a result of William Ruto's directive. Because the position that the youth took walking into the National Assembly premise, it was a political decision that they were doing. It's political. This demonstration is political. Because politicians have refused to listen, so we go to them and tell them what we have. My question is, what would Wetangula lose if he would have lended his ear to this youth? Atoke tu nje ya National Assembly, alafu akalisha hao vijana chini, aongee nao asikie wanasema nini. Because I'm sure Erick Omomdi had a petition. So his plan was to picket, reach out to Wetangula, and present his petition to Wetangula. Wetangula rejected to receive the petition from the youth. Angepoteza nini? If Wetangula could have granted a chance to the youth, then meet with him in a well-organized meeting, then today he will be the hero of the day. Because at least he has given an ear to the youth, then take action from there. But Wetangula missed that opportunity by chasing away the youth. I never saw anyone carrying stones. I never saw anyone, causing harm to anyone. I never saw anyone distracting business for anyone in Nairobi. This was purely peaceful demonstration. Very peaceful. They were singing songs which was meant just to give hope to the youth. That, hey, Musinale, come out and speak for yourself. Be strong, be vigilant. That was the message. It never, hawakuenda kuvunja milango ya National Assembly ama kusumbua polisi kama kuwasukuma. No. But from nowhere, we saw tear gas. So, this is the treatment that Ruto has subjected the youth in this country to. It tells you one thing. Youth are going to get more bold, they are going to get more wise, and they are going to get more courage. And they will come out now in big numbers. As the day goes by, they will organize more. It will not be Erick Omomdi, it will not be the comedy. Those other youth who are demonstrating will march into this premise. It will be uncontrollable. And Ruto and Wetangula are going, they will regret that why did we assume them at the first place? Kwa nini tulikataa kuwapea nafasi tuwasikize wanasema nini? Why? So they still have option. The option is to go to the market and make the price of basic commodities affordable. Surprising, I was seeing people posting in one of the market whereby they are selling 2 kg packet of unga at 350 shillings. Alafu wanasema wameongeza soda hapo. Look at that. And then they're telling you this is an offer. Hey, Kenyans. Ruto, umetesa wa Kenya vya kutosha. It is high time you take action. We are tired of you, including me. I am tired of your leadership. Umefanya maisha yamekuwa magumu kwetu. Because now I'm also speaking for myself. So, we are going to see youth who will come out more bold. Those tear gases will not help anything. And again, this kind of move, it was just an action of fear, panic. Because a courageous leader, you cannot come out and start tear gassing youth who are just peaceful and speaking their mind. Instead of giving them your ear, you are reiterating with tear gas. That is a sign of panic, fear, and lack of leadership in William Samoei Ruto. Hata huyu Wetangula wetu, same thing.